In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a boomerang that can do over 500 damage on most enemies in a single throw. On top of showing you all the steps to making it, I'll also be showing you all the damage calculations. The boomerang that we're going to be making is the pristine variant of the giant boomerang. We'll also get an attack up modifier for attack plus 10 on this and fuse it with a Molduga jaw. Part of the reason that this boomerang is also so strong is because boomerangs, when thrown, get a 1.5 times multiplier to their damage. If you pair this with a bone proficiency armor set and also an attack upgrade, then that will be a 1.8 times and another 1.5 times to this damage. Since a giant boomerang is two-handed, the game's hidden two-handed weapon modifier comes in as well, which divides the output by 0.95, meaning that each hit of this boomerang is going to do 277 damage when it's thrown. That means on any enemies that you can hit twice with the boomerang per throw, it will do 544 damage. Most really big or rock type enemies can't get hit more than once per throw, but a lot of enemies including bosses like Phantom Ganon or some mini bosses like Lynels can get hit more than once per throw. There's also some really cool combat tech that you can do with the boomerang to make it get more than 2 hits per throw as well. Like right here, I do a boomerang orbit when Phantom Ganon comes up, and this allows me to hit him multiple times until he's dead. And I'll show you how to do a boomerang orbit as well. I saw this on Cleric's channel, so thanks to him for showcasing this cool combat tech. To do this tech, first aim your boomerang up as high as the game will let you. After this, forward hop, and in the middle of your forward hop, release the boomerang. After you do this, sprint a few steps forward and slightly diagonally left. Stand in place and the boomerang will orbit around you. Now I know a lot of you at this point are probably thinking, why don't I just use recall to make it hit more? And unfortunately, as I'll show you here, recall actually takes away all your damage modifiers. So if you watch the damage of the recall hit compared to the first hit, it will do significantly less damage. This is probably because it's no longer considered to have been thrown from me, so it takes away the thrown damage multiplier as well as any buffs I have. Anyways, now I'll show you how to get the weapon. The first thing that you'll need is the decayed version of the giant boomerang, which can be carried by redless follows. I found mine up here on the map to the north of the Siba G-Tak shrine. There are a lot of redless follows on the path that goes through the north here. Kill the lizard to get the boomerang, and then you're just going to equip the boomerang and break it. Once you've destroyed the decayed version of any weapon, the pristine version will be available as soldiers in the depths. Once you've done this, you need a blood moon to pass, so the game will refresh your weapon data. You can either wait for this, or you can force a blood moon to happen by using a multi-shot bow and slowing down time, then shooting breakable rocks with opals or topaz and a few other items. This will make the game lag and cause a blood moon, so that the game can clear its memory cache. After you do that, a good place to find the giant boomerang pristine is below the chasm in the depths, where the Gerudo Highland summit is. There's a light route if you paraglide west right after you drop in. Also, you can fly up to the summit from the Gerudo Highland Skyview Tower pretty easily. If you reference a surface map, then basically the area all through where my cursor just went is where you can find them. I'll show you a route from the light route with some of the soldier statues that can hold the weapon. So the first one is basically directly below where the chasm is. Also keep in mind that you can make a save out of render distance of the soldier, and when the soldier renders in, that's actually when it generates the weapon. So if you are out of render distance, you can reload your save and that will reroll what the soldier will be holding. Here's a second one over here that can potentially have it. I'm pretty much just continuing east and southeast and going around where the flux construct is. And then this soldier down here is where I got my first one. That would be right here on the map. So directly below right here on the surface. There are also coordinates in the bottom right if that's easier for you. A final trick is that once you find the weapon that you want, you can save before you pick it up and then reload. That will re-roll any upgrades that it has on it. The game usually auto-saves right when you climb a soldier, but I like to make my own save just to be safe. Here are a few map markers of where Moldugas are. These Moldugas will drop a Molduga jaw when they die. So north of Gerudo Town, down here to the south of Palu Wasteland, and then slightly north of East Barrens. For the armor set, you can get the Radiant armor set from Kakariko Village, which is here on the map. You can also use the Phantom Ganon set. I personally prefer this set because all you have to do is buy it. Also, the Phantom Ganon set can't be upgraded, so you're stuck with low defense no matter what. Inside of here, there will be stands on the right that have the Radiant Armor set. Each piece is like 5,000 rupees, but you can do a side quest with this person in order to drop the price of them to like 500 per piece. If you do the quest after you buy them, you also get a refund for the extra you spent. The final thing that you can do for this is make an attack up food buff. You can get a level 3 attack buff that lasts 30 minutes by mixing 4 mighty bananas with a dragon part. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, then like and subscribe.